Yeah, I'm on it. Yeah, I'm on it. Bloody hell. Yeah.
Curfew and kicks them both out. Megamind and Chum escape the riot by hiding in a nearby alley because everyone in this city has fucking tunnel vision. Then Megamind and Chum overhear that same clicking noise once again. This sound is the clicking of a Megamind flashlight from Roxanne. She explains that she's been trying to get Megamind's attention this entire time, but the flashlight simply wasn't working. Beyond happy just to see her face again, Megamind embraces Roxanne. Aww. We then cut back to the house where Roxanne convinces Blanche to take back Megamind and Chum.
What's that?
We only just noticed. I got it last year.
No, not that. That.
Looks like a nationwide card.
Yeah, I thought you'd know that, Dad.
Why them and not me?
Just feels good to bank somewhere that's owned by its members, rather than someone like you.
Missed me.
Because we're owned by our members, we put members first. Nationwide, a good way to bank.
This episode opens with Megamind risking his life to pick up some donuts. You see, ever since Megamind lost all of his useful gadgets like the disguise generator, it's near impossible for him to safely go out in public. Roxanne suggests that he find a more practical way to blend in, and after giving it some thought, Megamind ultimately decides to go with the one disguise that would never arouse suspicion. Being white. Under the new alias of Michael Mind, Megamind gets a job at the grocery store, which is now owned by former Mayor Dumbfuck Jody Smelt. Megamind notices that the wall of the store has just one plaque for Employee of the Month, a guy named Dan Donner. Jody explains that Dan Donner was the best nighttime employee the store ever had, but one day,
I swear that's the mayor.
Everybody who has since taken the night shift quits the job out of sheer
Why is he
in the
working
middle
in
of
the
stacking
store?
boxes, Megamind gets a surprise visit from Roxanne. He tells her about the disappearance of Dan Donner and says he's gonna investigate. And then Roxanne's bitch assistant, who hates Megamind, gets all giddy at the sight of Michael Mind and makes him very uncomfortable. We then cut to Megamind working the night shift alongside Chum, who hands him a quick weapon he
Michael
managed to put together. While
Mind.
fumbling around with this gun, Megamind accidentally causes an explosion that sends the box above him free-falling. However, this fall is stopped by an unknown creature rummaging through the shelves. Megamind chases after it, but it slips through the crack in the wall and escapes. While Megamind's body is more than thin enough to slip through the space, his big-ass head prevents him from doing so. But then, conveniently out of nowhere, the annoying-ass Megamind stand shows up and helps him build a mousetrap. While waiting for this creature to take the bait, the annoying-ass Megamind stand gets kidnapped. Megamind starts panicking and alerts Chum for help, but unlike the previous season and movies, Chum is now a useless fuck who doesn't do anything, so Megamind has to go up the attic by himself and subdue the creature. Right as he's about to kill it, the annoying-ass Megamind stand unfortunately appears alive and introduces Megamind to Dan Donner, also known as Hugh Mouse. So pretty much Dan Donner was a scientist in a freak accident who now turns into a mouse-human hybrid fuck every time he's scared. And in this case, he's scared of how unsafe the store is for the customers because of all the flammable Machiavellian action figures. He tries to run away from everyone because he feels like a freak, but then Megamind gives him a pep talk and is like, if they can accept my big-ass bald fucking chrome dome, they can accept you too. So the next morning, Michael Mind introduces Hugh Mouse to all the customers, and they're like, hey, what the fuck is that? And start panicking. Overwhelmed, Hugh Mouse runs away to the attic yet again. But then Jody shows up and puts a bounty on Hugh Mouse's head, causing the customers to go crazy and start hunting him down. Enough destruction in the store causes the building to set on fire, leaving Jody and the annoying-ass Megamind stand on the verge of burning to death. But to Jody's surprise, the so-called villain Megamind comes to his rescue. As the building continues to burn down, Hugh Mouse leads the way and saves the remaining customers. Shocked by Megamind's heroism, Jody admits that he was wrong and that Megamind really is a hero. The city celebrates, and the no longer scared Hugh Mouse turns back into Dan Donner. And then Jody's like, fuck it, you can have my store now. So this episode begins in the donut shop where Megamind is addicted to some shitty mobile game and can't pay attention. This apathy towards the real world causes Mr. Donut to start yapping about, "Meh, you're just like my kids that can't read because of iPhones and the skibbity toilet." But then Megamind receives a phone call from Chum, who claims to have found the whereabouts of Metro Man and tells Megamind to meet him outside. But given that he's so hyper-fixated on the shitty mobile game, Megamind doesn't realize that the phone call was a trap set up by Lady Doppler, who proceeds to knock him out. Sometime later, Megamind wakes up from what seems to have been a bad nightmare. His lair is completely back to normal and everything looks and feels exactly like it used to, except for this one electronic device stuck to his wrist. He attempts to take it off, but struggles, so he goes to his living room to look for a blowtorch, but is then interrupted by the Doom Syndicate. Shockingly, Megamind does something nobody would ever expect and easily wipes them out with the dehydration gun. Damn, who would have thought? But then all of a sudden, Megamind's wrist starts beeping and says game over. And just like that,
oh my god,
exactly
yeah, that's super realistic.
He goes through the same loop over and over again and realizes that every
profile
attempt at
picture's
fighting
the
the Doom
crab from
Syndicate
Moana.
results in a game over, and every bit of villainy results in points and the progression of the game. Megamind figures that Machiavellian is torturing him with this simulator, and the only way to win is by being a villain, which he has no problem doing as it's just a game, right? Wrong! You see, it turns out that Machiavellian is actually reprogramming Megamind's brain receptors to crave being bad.
Yes.
He's already a brain-rotted iPad kid, so why not shift his focus to criminal activity? A lot of this episode is just watching Megamind do something, get a game over, do it again, get a game over, and then do it again, and he levels up. It's very fucking boring and repetitive. So anyway, Roxanne, Chum, and the annoying-ass Megamind stand try to find Megamind. They visit the donut shop where they discover tire tracks on the ground from the invisible car. After tracing the car's path, they realize it's been going in a constant loop around the city. So Roxanne comes up with the idea to throw a bunch of glitter at it when they get the chance. As Megamind continues to commit terrorism in a video game, his brain eventually becomes so addicted to the dopamine from being evil that Lady Doppler is allowed to remove him from the game. Given that he's been tortured for God knows how long, Megamind is unaware that he's back in the real world and decides to play GTA IRL. But just as Megamind's about to cause some actual chaos, the crew throws a glitter bomb at the car. Megamind gets all pissed while the rest of the crew try to talk some sense into him. However, Megamind still believes he's in the game, and his next assignment on the device ends up being to kill Roxanne. So he kidnaps her and goes to the top of the Capitol building. After pinning her down to a roulette wheel, Megamind spins Roxanne around and around and around, while Chum and the annoying-ass Megamind stand again beg for him to stop. But convinced that he'll get more points in the game, Megamind fucking yeets Roxanne off the Capitol building, but it is at this moment that seeing Roxanne on the brink of death flicks a switch in Megamind's brain and he immediately rushes to save her. When they land, Megamind expects to get a game over and restart the game, but when nothing happens, he freaks out, realizing what he's done. While Roxanne is reasonably pissed that Megamind threw her off a fucking building, she feels bad for all the shit he just went through and forgives him. Meanwhile, Machiavellian is flabbergasted at how quickly Megamind's brain reset to being good again. After a closer analysis, he discovers that inside the core of Megamind's brain is his love for Roxanne. So Machiavellian insists he'll find a way to weaponize it. We then cut back to Megamind and Roxanne sharing an intimate moment with each other. But before you know it, Machiavellian interrupts and announces he's arresting Megamind and throws him in jail.
Join 32 Red. I'm getting welcome bonus up to £150. Play incredible.
Megamind gets
Oh,
locked
JJ,
up
this
and
is all
receives a
you.
warm welcome from all the prisoners. He obtains a freeze device he left in the toilet to break out of the cell and sticky spray from one of the inmates to crawl up the roof. It looks like Megamind's about to escape with ease until he is blocked by the Doom Syndicate, who are now the security guards in this prison. Back inside his cell, Megamind calls Chum for help, only to be interrupted by an incoming call from Roxanne. Roxanne tells Megamind that she's trying to find a way to clear his name and take down Machiavellian. Megamind's all like, good luck, even I couldn't outsmart him, to which Roxanne's like, are you saying you're smarter than me? You think I'm fucking stupid? And we get this extremely forced conflict where Roxanne is angry at Megamind. Inside the prison cafeteria, Megamind is surprised to find Dan Donner back to being his ugly, disgusting self. He tells Megamind that ever since Machiavellian had him arrested, his fears got him acting up again and turned him back into Humouse. Monkey Dipshit and his accomplice, Generic Robber 77, are also incarcerated. Oh yeah, there's another character named Eccentric Eddie. He was this weird dude in Megamind 2 for like 5 seconds. I never mentioned him before, but yeah, he's also here. I don't know, he's like a pedophile or something. And the 5 of them decide to team up to take out the Doom Syndicate. Meanwhile, Roxanne and Machiavellian have an intense confrontation where she threatens to expose him, but he isn't fazed at all. Back in prison, the Timu Avengers attempt to escape over and over again, but are always bested by the Doom Syndicate. We then cut back to the hideout where Chum is being completely useless while the annoying-ass Stan is formulating a plan to free Megamind. She realizes that the song Chum keeps playing on a loop has subliminal messages when slowed down, Subliminal messages from Metro Man of all people, who is continuing under his alias of Music Man. Megamind receives this information and also learns that Music Man is currently in prison, so he searches the cell block and eventually finds him in his goon cave.
Music Man!
Hello everybody, my name is Markiplier.
So anyway, the only reason Metro Man is in prison is because Machiavellian somehow convinced him that being there would
What
give
did they
him
do
musical
to him?
inspiration. When Megamind needs his help getting out, Metro Man refuses, but changes his mind the second he's offered some musical inspiration. Megamind takes him to eccentric Eddie, who gives his emotional life story and gets Metro Man artistically motivated. As they begin to set up the stage for Music Man, Megamind receives another call from Roxanne. She tells him she's figured out how to break him out of jail, but Megamind's like, no worries, we got Metro Man now. And then Roxanne's all like, Metro Man? The guy who literally didn't help you fight Titan? You're doing this because you think I'm fucking stupid, huh? And again, the same conversation from before happens, and Roxanne's like, I'm doing my plan regardless, screw you. Right as the prisoners are about to witness the performance of a lifetime, Metro Man starts crying and flies away. And this is when we find out that Metro Man, of all people, has stage fright. Metro Man has stage fright. Meanwhile, at a press conference, Roxanne tells Machiavellian that she's gonna expose him in front of the city right now. But just as she's about to do so, Machiavellian sends in the Doom Syndicate for another stage crime to get Roxanne out of the picture. What they don't know is that Roxanne intended for this to happen so that temporarily there are no security guards at the prison. As the others nudge Megamind to escape, he feels bad for Metro Man and stays until he gets over his stage fright. Unbeknownst to Megamind, he hadn't hung up his phone, and Roxanne appreciates him for being such a good friend to Metro Man. We then suffer through this disturbing animated sequence with Music Man, and after that, he breaks open the prison and scares off the Doom Syndicate. So this episode starts with Roxanne driving to a neighborhood called Little Delaware.
So
She stops by
he
a
could have
building
done that the whole
construction site
time,
headed by a
but he
rather
just didn't.
large woman named Carla Maguchi. Roxanne explains to Carla
I don't
that this
know, he's
construction site
Metro
is
Man?
bothering the nearby residents and that this giant tower needs to be taken down by tomorrow. Meanwhile, at the hideout, Metro Man is now living with the crew. Megamind brought him there hoping he would use his powers to help defeat Machiavellian, but Metro Man insists that he is retired. This frustrates Megamind because he feels that having a superhero like Metro Man would significantly solve a lot of his problems. And then all of a sudden, Metro Man gets a brilliant idea and starts punching down to the Earth's core, causing the entire planet to suffer an earthquake. Up in the tower, Carla's entire workspace begins to collapse, and she falls off a building into a pile of toxic waste. Surprisingly not dead, Carla breaks through the rubble, and we see that she now has superpowers. We then cut back to the hideout where Metro Man returns from the Earth's core. He picked up this rock from his home planet called the Stone of Transference, which allows for two beings to trade powers with each other. So Megamind gets Metro Man's powers, and Metro Man gets Megamind's intelligence. The problem is that Megamind doesn't actually have any powers, so this doesn't make any sense. Megamind's intelligence is learned, and may because of his massive fucking dome, but there's no power to it. So Carla, now going by the name Destruction Worker, vows to destroy Little Delaware. Megamind, with his new powers, attempts to fight her, but she's able to trick the mentally impaired Megamind into getting beat up.
Where? Wait a minute, there's something else on your shirt. Where?
I thought Metro Man's powers were supposed to make him invincible, but who gives a fuck? After getting his ass kicked, Megamind realizes he's become an even bigger dumb fuck than he was before and goes back to Metro Man so he can revert the power swap. But Metro Man refuses and also explains that for every second Megamind uses his powers, he gets even more stupid, while the more Metro Man uses his powers, he gets weaker. So then the fat woman is about to blow up the town, but then Megamind and Metro Man team up with their powers to stop it, and then they swap back and Metro Man fucks off. We never see Metro Man again after this. I have no idea why the fuck they even brought him back, but when everyone leaves, Machiavellian secretly steals the Stone of Transference using the giant hole Metro Man left in the ground. Okay, so Megamind and Roxanne attempt to infiltrate Machiavellian's lair. Roxanne rushes to the entrance, but then fucking dies. But oh, it was just a bad dream. We then cut to the real lair, where Machiavellian informs Roxanne of a mandatory concert he's holding called Machiafest. Back at the hideout, Megamind has gathered the worst fucking lineup of heroes to take out Machiavellian. We got Mrs. Donut, Mr. Donut, Ratfucker, Pedophile, Blanche, Annoying-ass Megamind Stan, other Annoying-ass Megamind Stan, and Monkey Dipshit. Roxanne then barges in to warn everyone about Machiafest. After learning that everyone has to attend the event, Megamind sees it as an opportunity to expose Machiavellian and starts throwing that shit back. But then Roxanne's like, we don't have actual proof that he's bad, you fucking moron. And then Megamind's like, well, actually, my drones are always recording, and we just have to find one that could incriminate Machiavellian. Using this information, the crew begins formulating a blueprint on how to get the job done. When Roxanne suggests that she be the one to go after the parrot drone, Megamind starts panicking as he doesn't want her to get hurt like she did in his nightmare. So he tells Roxanne to stick to lookout duty, which pisses her off. Cut to this lame-ass montage of all the heroes stealing a bunch of drone memory cards, and surprise, surprise, they find nothing. Meanwhile, the annoying-ass Megamind stand is looking more like a goddamn cancer patient and can't do anything to conveniently move the plot along. So then, Hugh Mouse suggests that Roxanne go after the parrot drone like she said, and while Megamind is initially against it, he realized that Roxanne is already on the job. She attempts to steal the card, but struggles, and the parrot flies away with her. At Machiafest, my favorite white boy, Michael Mind, returns for another undercover operation. The rest of the useless heroes distract the drone so that Megamind can enter the video tent. We then cut to Roxanne, still struggling with the parrot. After another boring, linear, lifeless chase scene, she retrieves the memory card and runs away in a straight line once again. Megamind goes out of the tent and gets caught by Machiavellian, who begins his concert by suspending Megamind from the top of the stage. The rest of the crew fucking sucks, so you already know they're about to die, leaving only Roxanne capable of finishing the job. Back on stage, Machiavellian gives a glam rock performance for Atrocity, and not gonna lie, this song is great, and it's like the only good thing about the show. Unfortunately, it doesn't last very long as Roxanne's able to shut down the stage. She runs up to expose Machiavellian with the footage, but has some technical difficulties.
Sigma on the wall, who's the skibbidiest of them all.
When the footage finally loads, Atrocity sees the real Machiavellian admitting to launching the comet and framing Megamind. The people turn on Machiavellian and cut Megamind loose. But before Machiavellian gets arrested, he offers Megamind one final chance to turn evil again, or he will lose everything. Of course, Megamind doesn't play along, as he's already won. He embraces Roxanne once again and he starts opening up about his feelings for her, saying that she's the goodest thing that's ever happened to him. But again, for the 5 billionth time, they are interrupted, because the Doom Syndicate relaunches the stage to let Machiavellian continue his performance. Roxanne tries to stop it with her computer, but it's no use, and he's able to finish the remainder of his song. And then, it goes completely silent, and Megamind looks around wondering what the hell even happened.
Why can't we do that?
One by one, we see that Machiavellian has turned everyone in the city evil. The everyday people, Hugh Mouse, Monkey Dipshit, Mr. Donut, and
23 of them
are all turned against Megamind. But the biggest gut punch of them all is none other than
Roxanne. Why didn't you ever tell us that being bad can feel so good? No.
The episode ends with the city rushing after Megamind as he tries to escape. Okay, hear me out. I like this episode. Probably one of the only highlights out of this entire shitty sequel franchise, because it's the first time the plot seems like it's actually going somewhere. It doesn't feel like the stupid on-the-fly bullshit we saw in the movie and in season 1. It's good that they're actually building character relationships, it's good that there's some stakes involved, and the music was pretty damn solid. Hopefully going forward, things get more interesting.
What? Never seen a villain before?
Okay, never mind. I take that back. The show is fucking stupid. What is evil Mrs. Donut even gonna do, bro? So we begin this episode with the annoying-ass Megamind stand still recovering from her illness. She has no idea what has happened in the past 24 hours and is extremely concerned with her mom's change of behavior. Blanche takes her out to commit crimes, where we also find Roxanne and her bitch assistant. Attempting to make sense of all this chaos, the annoying-ass Megamind stand approaches the two of them, but quickly finds out that they are both compromised. She then gets kidnapped in a nearby alley by the only other non-brainwashed person in the city, Megamind. Megamind's surprised to find out that the annoying-ass Megamind stand wasn't affected, and they go on an investigation to learn why. The first theory is that it's because she wasn't at the concert. Wrong. They find another person who wasn't there, but is still compromised. The second theory is that it's because she's a child. Wrong again. The stupid cool power dipshit and Mr. Donut's kids are also compromised. The third theory is that her admiration of Megamind prevented her from being brainwashed. But that is also wrong, as they run into Megamind's biggest cockmuncher, Chum, who absolutely wants to kill him. We then cut to the Doom Syndicate, who now feel obsolete due to the fact that everyone in Metrocity is a villain. So they organize a plot to take out Machiavellian. Meanwhile, at the lair, Machiavellian calls Roxanne to congratulate her on ruining the city with him and extends an invitation for her to come over later that day. At the hideout, the annoying-ass Megamind stand lures in evil Blanche. Blanche immediately tries to fight Megamind, but her daughter is able to restrain her and take her down to the basement. The two of them try to rid Blanche of the mind control, but she acts like a child and pisses them off more than anything. In an attempt to get her to shut the fuck up, they plug her ears with cotton balls. unbeknownst to them, that is the fucking cure. You see, it turns out that Machiavellian is emitting a satellite noise that hypnotizes everybody but Megamind. The only reason the annoying-ass Megamind stand hasn't turned as well, aside from her being a fucking plot device, is because her ears are clogged from her fever. So with this knowledge, the annoying-ass Megamind stand frees her mom. But soon after, Blanche accidentally takes out her cotton balls, turns evil, and runs away. Then the Doom Syndicate shows up to get their ass beat by Machiavellian, who then drains their powers with the Stone of Transference. By the way,
they just
what
let her
even
get
are
away.
Machiavellian's powers? Did the Binky turn him into a god? He's got super strength, super speed, flight, everything. I think I said this about season 1, but Megamind would have to be a complete dumbass not to know that his Binky has these powers. Out in the streets, Megamind and the annoying-ass Stan get in a street fight with a bunch of characters we've seen throughout the franchise so far, like Bennett, Jody, and Hugh Mouse, who, by the way, super strength, super speed, flight, everything. I think I said this about season 1, but Megamind would have to be a complete dumbass not to know that his Binky has these powers. Out in the streets, Megamind and the annoying-ass Stan get in a street fight with a bunch of characters we've seen throughout the franchise so far, like Bennett, Jody, and Hugh Mouse, who, by the way, shouldn't be the mouse-human hybrid fuck at this point. His powers are driven by fear. He has nothing to fear because everyone in the city is on his side now. So after assaulting a bunch of pedestrians, Megamind and the annoying-ass Stan make it to the lair. Considering that Machiavellian doesn't know about the Stan being normal, Megamind tells her to stay back in case of emergency. While crawling up inside a vent, the annoying-ass Stan overhears the powerless Doom Syndicate fearing what Machiavellian will do with their powers. Machiavellian then has dinner with Megamind where he questions what his end goal is. He wants to understand why, after everyone he loves has turned evil, Megamind still remains good, to which he responds by saying that ever since he's seen the good side, he no longer wants to go back to villainy. This answer pisses off Machiavellian, but before he can do anything about it, the annoying-ass Megamind stand drops from the ceiling and snatches away the Binky, causing Machiavellian to disintegrate. I guess his super speed shitted himself this time around, but Megamind and the annoying-ass Stan attempt to stop the satellite, but are soon shocked to find out that Machiavellian somehow lives inside the computer. To make things even worse, Machiavellian reveals that he was not the one who was given the Doom Syndicate's powers, as they have actually been given to Evil Roxanne.
What do you guys think of my new look?
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bud.
Megamind refuses to
find the perfect game for you wherever life takes you. H-State Poker, made to play.
fight Roxanne, but then Machiavellian's like, okay, I'll just hypnotize the entire planet in like 20 minutes, so Megamind doesn't have a choice. Conveniently for the plot, he gets a 5-minute head start, which has proven pointless because all of his weapons are locked away. In order to build a weapon to take out the satellite, Megamind needs to go to the store. Before he leaves, the annoying-ass Stan wants to tag along. When he tells her to fuck off, the annoying-ass Megamind Stan says he should at least take the Binky from her because her losing it was the whole fucking reason they're in this mess. But then he's like, I'm not gonna fight Roxanne, so I won't need it. When Roxanne runs into the annoying-ass Megamind Stan, she immediately hypnotizes her to find out where Megamind is. She goes searching for him at the store, but he manages to escape with a rocket launcher. Meanwhile, the people of Metrosity attempt to break inside the lair, so the annoying-ass Megamind Stan frees the Doom Syndicate and they help barricade the door. She's also able to reprogram the drones to be on her side. Back in the city, Megamind aims his rocket launcher at the satellite, but right as he's about to pull the trigger, Roxanne snatches it away and destroys the gun. She keeps beating Megamind, but he still refuses to fight back. Back at the lair, the barrier protecting the door is broken thanks to Mr. Donut shooting it open. The annoying-ass Megamind Stan and the Doom Syndicate fight off a horde of brainwashed civilians and trap them in laser cages. Evil Chum then snatches the annoying-ass Megamind Stan and steals the Binky. But then she puts a pair of headphones on his fishbowl and breaks him out of the trance. Unfortunately, the annoying-ass Megamind Stan dropped the Binky again, and Machiavellian retrieves it. Eventually, Roxanne takes Megamind all the way up to the tower where he saved her from Titan. Wow, that's kinda cool. Megamind confesses that he wasn't the one who saved her, rather she saved him. But once again, she doesn't budge, and Machiavellian gives her the green light to kill him. She powers up and launches herself at Megamind, and in one last attempt at trying to reach her, Megamind says that Roxanne is the goodest thing that's ever happened to him, and man, all the shitty memories from the show. She powers up and launches herself at Megamind, and in one last attempt at trying to reach her, Megamind says that Roxanne is the goodest thing that's ever happened to him, and man, all the shitty memories from the show come pouring in, baby, which causes Roxanne to break out of the trance. They finally share a moment, and Roxanne destroys the satellite. Everyone is released from the mind control, and things are back to normal. That is, until Machiavellian regenerates himself one more time with the Binky, but then the needle from the satellite fucking kills him. Everything is back to normal, and Roxanne holds a rally at the Capitol building. Roxanne's bitch assistant alerts them that the Go Fish gang has escaped from prison fucking again. So the crew run off the scene, and the end. Thank God it's over. The ending is definitive enough that I don't see them making more. So did I enjoy it? No, I did not. The show was shit. It wasn't as shit as season 1, but it was still shit. It was just so goddamn boring. And also, for the little things that I liked, like the Roxanne and Megamind relationship, like in general, that's fine, but it's like, it took 2 seasons and a shitty movie just to get Roxanne and Megamind exactly where they were at the end of Megamind 1. It's so fucking stupid. It was no purpose to this. I am done with Megamind. I believe this is the end of the era of Megamind. Hopefully forever. I hope you all enjoyed it. If Megamind 3 somehow comes out like 6 months from now, I will kill myself.
Best 200-word essay in 10 minutes will win $200.
I think I'll win.
No, I'm gonna win.
They're both writing about the impacts of AI, and I'm betting on Thomas because he's actually using Grammarly's AI tools, while Cassidy isn't.
So researching things can be a little hard.
Grammarly is a real-time thought partner that helps you brainstorm.
Yeah.
This is Minecraft,
Yeah.
a block game created in 2011 by Mojang, which I'm suing for breaking the law, and Sweden's way of doing this is through Rättshjälpsmyndigheten, the legal aid institution, which according
Nice. Looks like Krona. Krona, it's like Danish and Swedish. Yeah, Krona. Just find a converter. Nice. Damn.
Please go check it out. It would mean the world to me. Anyways. Oh, this place is all the way in the void. Okay. Oh god. Okay, so it seems that the local inhabitants are not super happy to have me here. What am I looking at here? This looks so strange. Whoa, look at this place. I keep expecting one of these to be like a tunnel, you know? Don't eat me, preferably. Don't do it. Do not do it. I'm warning you. Well, that thing just annihilated my sea moth. That's lovely. But what have we here? Whatever it is, my computer is not liking it. Okay, so the legends were true. It is, in fact, a breached aquarium. Hard to say what breached it, though. So, something I actually missed on my first time through is that you can go both up and down here. So, I just want to quickly explore what is...
Ready, set, go.
Find highly rated products at prices you'll love. Start your search on Amazon today.
Located here. Okay, well, we have a bunch of these things. The river prowlers. Gulper Leviathan egg. It's from the de-extinction mod. Now, on the other side, we have a terminal here, but it doesn't actually seem to give me any data. I'm not really sure if that's a bug on my end or if that's actually intended. Meanwhile, upstairs, there's some more of these things. Oh, now how the heck did this get in here? Just the old Reaper Leviathan skeleton. Looks like the floor is supposed to open up here. And there's another data terminal, but again, I'm not really actually getting any of the data. And is that a sea dragon skeleton? Man, this place is like the Leviathan graveyard. Just everything comes to die here. Holy crap. I do also want to see this thing attack, though. You know, there's also ghost Leviathans here, but I feel like they're the least of my problems at this point. Hey there, friend. They seem to be very preoccupied with fighting everything else beside me, which is good. I take it all back. Hello. Oh, that's not good at all. Oh, I just straight up perished. Well, that was very unpleasant. Okay, well, I reckon a good idea right now would be to go and kill the final boss and see if that helps. Before we do that, though, actually, I want to go to this place, and I want to see if any of those data downloads help. Ooh, I do not want to go into one of those. You guys told me that those things are not actually precursor buildings. They're more of a mirage created by those weird anglerfish. Okay, let's see if we can get this. Not really. I want to go into one of those in a sea moth just to see what happens. You probably wouldn't be at this depth with one, but, you know, let's give it our best. Oh, that's unpleasant. Oh, wait. It seems that swimming back from them is actually a way to save yourself. Alright, now we're exceptionally deep at this point, but we're kind of gonna need a different vehicle. Yeah, that seems more like it. Okay, now I'm also going to save the game here, and I actually want to try setting this to survival, just to see what we can do here. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you, I wasn't thinking this far. How am I gonna... I cannot. Okay, never mind. Sorry, tank. Cannot take you with me. Oh, there is already a tank. Oh, God. That thing is gonna eat me instantly. Come on, get in, get in. Oh. Alright, here we go. Oh, this is pretty intense right off the bat. I don't even see the final boss, man. How? Jesus Christ, I died in 2 microseconds. What on earth? Oh, and that's it. I just died. Good game, guys. Good. How? What? Like, is that it? Like, I just actually died at the last boss, and that's it? That's game? Hey, look, there's our boy right there. Remember when I said I was doing this in survival? Forget that. I died in half a second. Okay, so there's our final boss. Fellas, this is a little embarrassing. Why am I getting attacked by 25 ghost leviathans? Jesus Christ. Okay, I think I've killed. Something is firing at me, and I think, oh, there's the final boss. It's like a hydra. What in tarnation just hit me? Ow. I would imagine that in the real game that would instantly kill me. Okay, so the boss can fire some sort of like projectile attacks at me. Let's go fight it. Maybe I need to destroy these? Luckily, the Leviathan seems to have gotten stuck. I have no idea what I'm doing. It's like 4 snakes, very loosely connected together. Alright, so even to get just through this very start, you have to freaking kill like 3 ghost Leviathans, 2 sea dragons. Is this humanly possible? Okay, so I've killed the boss. Like, I've dealt enough damage to it for it to die. Do I need to destroy this? Absolutely on my own. I figured out that I'm not supposed to kill the boss yet, because I'm not supposed to be able to. We're gonna go over to these pylons, and we're gonna make the big thing shoot them. Alright, now we can just hide out here. Oh, yeah. Let's go get these destroyed. So you kind of just have to survive long enough for it to hit everything, which I would imagine is extremely difficult. I wonder if this is meant to be like some weird precursor experiment, or if they actually captured this creature for... I don't even know why they would do this. Okay, here's the last one, I think. Ooh. Avoid a reactor at all costs. Oh god. Oh, I'm getting out of here. Get me out. Oh, this place is collapsing. Holy crap, we defeated it. I mean, that might not be a good idea to head into, but screw it, might as well. Oh, this is freaky. I don't like this. I kind of just want to swim into it. Oh no. Oh, and that's the end. Okay, that was freaking epic. Well, I suppose in a way it makes sense. You don't even have to build a rocket because you've already done it. Now finally, there are two things I want to show you, which I believe are added here. Now one is the boss statue, and wow, let me tell you, that really gives your base some bling. It's freaking awesome. The other thing I noticed is this, the Leviathan holographic projector, which is supposed to display great creatures that you have defeated. So right now it's showing the gargantuan Leviathan, which I can guarantee you I have not defeated, but it does look really sick though. Anyways guys, that is, I think, pretty much everything there is to see in this mod, or at least like the big things. There's a bunch of small features as well, but these are the big hitters. So I really hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, maybe consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. All of those would be very much appreciated. Again, an absolutely massive shout out to the team responsible for this, and to Socks for one. The links to everything will be down in the description. Make sure to sign up for the plushie newsletter, it's in the description. And with that, I'm gonna see you all.
What? Yeah.